Good evening. I'm giving it a minute to make sure that I am actually live. I'll get started in just a moment. As soon as Bill gives me the thumbs up that he can hear me. All right, I think we're good to go. Welcome. It is December 23rd. Wow, tomorrow night, for those that celebrate, Christmas, Santa comes. Hi, Sandra. So even though tomorrow is Christmas Eve and it looks like a winter wonderland outside my window, this evening I wanted to do something springy. So what you're seeing here in front of the camera, this is called Berry Blessings, and this paper is called Berry Delightful Paper. This is a set that's available in the Celebrations catalog. It's here it is with the paper. This comes as a set, so for every $50, of course, that you spend, you can get a free item out of the catalog. This, though, comes as a set, and it's like if you spend $100, you could pick this item, or you could pick two $50 items. And when I got this, I just really loved how bright and pretty it was. And there's like 14 colors in this paper. We're talking Balmy Blue, Blackberry Bliss, Calypso Coral, Cherry Cobbler, Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, Garden Green, Granny Apple Green, the bright, Night of Navy, Pacific Point, Poppy Parade, Rich Razzleberry, Shaded Spruce. So it goes the whole gamut. And I just think it's so much fun. And the stamps are all double images. So you have the outlines in the inside. Same way with the strawberry stems, the little raspberries or blackberries, the blueberries, the leaves. And it's got some pretty sentiments. Wishing you the very best. Bountiful blessings. You always have a way of making my day. And it coordinates really well with another set that's in the new mini catalog that's going to be out in the beginning of January, which is Sweet Strawberries with the Strawberry Builder Punch. Again, this is also the dual stamping images. So for the strawberry, the stems, the leaves, and again, beautiful sentiments. That was so sweet of you. Hello there, just for you. Thank you. Happy birthday, you sweet thing. So I just think these coordinate so very well. So tonight, I just thought we would do something very, very simple. Of course, you know, between work and getting ready for the holidays, time can be a hot commodity right now. So excuse me, I have a tickle in my throat. These are some Z-fold cards that I created using this. So it really, for me, showcases the DSP. So this one I did with, of course, the blue paper with the blueberries and stamped. And this one with those strawberries. And this was on Pacific Point. And this one is on Poppy Parade. So I just love Z-fold cards and how they look. And really all I did is this is the standard, wow, sorry. This is the standard 5.5 by 8.5 and then scored it 4 1/4. And then I split that 4 1/4 and scored this at 2 1/8. The same way with this. This is 4 1/4 and then split it at 2 1/8. So you get that Z-fold. The only thing I did with this one instead, still 8.5, but I only cut it at 4.5. So it becomes a 4 by 4 card, or a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 card. They both still fit in a standard envelope to mail. So it just fits in the center. So we're going to make both of these this evening. Oh, get a drink of water there, see if that helps that tickle I have. So the first one we're going to do this evening is we're going to use Flirty Flamingo as our card base. As I was saying, this is cut 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. So I scored this at 4 1/4, and this is scored 2 1/8 to split that. And then when you score it, you fold it, score it, fold that back, and burnish it down. So that becomes our main piece. And then we have some DSP pieces here for this one. And all of a sudden they went flying. I have to find my pieces. This is a 4x4 Whisper White. This piece again is, excuse me, 1 1/2.
Somebody from North Carolina.
Hi, Debbie. Thanks for joining us. This is a 1 1/2 by 8 1/2. And the same scoring. It's 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. Can't believe I had this tickle. So what I do first when I want to stamp this background is I figure out where I'm just going to call it the strap is going to be. And I take a pencil and I just mark that. Because now I want to stamp this background to have something popping up here. So with that pencil mark, I have a general idea of where I want my items to be. So I pulled out the stamps that look like a raspberry. And I'm going to bring in, actually, I think this paper looks a little bit like Flirty Flamingo and Poppy Parade. So I'm going to stamp my raspberry in a Poppy Parade. So we'll get out some Poppy Parade. And I'm going to do the outline first. And with this outline, I am going to stamp it in full strength. Then I'm going to take the second one, which is to fill it in, and I'm going to stamp that off and stamp it on top of that so it gets that little lighter look. And then, to me, the paper looked like it had the shaded spruce. I love that contrast. So I thought I would do the stems and the leaves and the shaded spruce. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to, so sorry. I'm going to do this outline in the dark, full strength. And then I'm going to do the second stamping. I stamped it off. Let me get my head in here and close enough. I actually sort of like how that turned out with that little shadow there. And then we have these leaves that I just think are so pretty with these. So again, the same thing. I'm going to just bring them in here. I'll do the first one in full strength. And then for the second one, I'm going to do a stamp off. I have some scratch paper here I'm stamping off on. And you can see through these with them being the photopolymer. So I'm just going to line this up. I think that's it. Oh, isn't that so cute? Oh my goodness, I just love this stamp set. It's so springy and pretty and crisp. So we'll go ahead. I can erase my little line there. And we'll get this glued down in the background. So is everybody busy getting ready for the holidays? I don't know if we have any last minute shoppers. My Our gifts here have been wrapped, I think, Bill, what, since last weekend? Ah, I knew that was going to do that. It came out way too quickly. So I'll just take a piece of paper and take some off of that. So put that in there. And I actually lost my paper that goes here. This one was too short, so that's not the one I need. So I am going to find my paper that I used and cut a new strip off of this. This is 1 7/8 by 4. Bear with me here while I cut a new piece for this. So 1 7/8 by 4. Okay, there we go. I still have one gift I am making, and I'm trying to finish it up. I also quilt and do some crochet work. So after I get done with this card this evening, I'll be going back and trying to finish that present up. Okay, so that's true, Sandy. As soon as I cut it, I'll probably find it here. So again, this one is the 1.5 by 8.5, and then I scored it. So my pieces here, I'm going to use the contrasting side of the paper. This one is 1 by 4. Put this one on. I just like how well these coordinate. I just think Stampin' Up! Takes all the guesswork out of it. This one is a 1 by 1 7/8. So we'll put that there. And then this is the same 1 by 1 7/8. And before I put this on, I always love to do my stamping before I add it to the background, because inevitably if I'm going to make a mistake, I get another opportunity because the paper has a reverse side. I'm looking for my ink pad. I think I'm going to do this in green. And this one I took out of the Sweet Strawberry. This is Hello There. Oh, so pretty. So then we'll just put this on here. Oop. So now to put this down, this folds down back, another Z fold. So I'm going to close my card, and I'm going to put some glue here, and I'm going to put some glue here. That way when I turn this over with this card closed, I can just put this right down and line that up. And there we go. Cute little Z-fold card. Isn't that so cute? Oh my goodness. All right, the other one I thought we would do would be the full size. And I'm working with the Rich Razzleberry. And we're going to use the exact same stamps. Only this time their paper we're working with looks more like a blackberry than a raspberry. So we'll be using the same stamps, just different colored ink. So again, now this time, being the 5.5 by 8.5, my pieces, the width is the same. This is still cut the 1 7/8, but this time it's the 5 and 1/4 inches long to match the width of the paper. So we'll go ahead and glue this on. These are the type of cards I think that just make up so easy. It is easy, Sandy. They're just, you can just cut all this paper and sit here and put them together. And the paper really does the work for you. As you can see, we didn't do a lot of stamping, but it's still striking. So let's go ahead and put the strap together this time since I have all the pieces. Again, these are the exact same, whether you're doing the strap that's on the 4¼ inch card or the 5½. This is still going to be the 1½ by 8½. And your pieces are going to be the 1 inch by 4¼ So put this one here. I'll do the same thing on this side. Good thing I liked math when I was in school. Okay, and then I'm going to use the exact same sentiment that I had used before. You know what? I think I'm going to use rich raspberry, though, instead of the green this time. So let me pull that in. Do a little test. Pretty. Okay. Now, again, I did the same thing. I had pre-done this one. You can see where I have my line drawn here, hopefully. So I know where I want to put my items. I need to clean these two off since I'm going to be using the purples. Okay. Let's dry those off. All right, so again, I'm going to follow the same process. I'm going to do the full strength for the outline. And then I'm going to do a stamp off of the inside. There we go. And I also think the greens are very similar. So I'm going to stick with that shaded spruce. We'll bring that back in. And we'll do our outline. And then we'll grab the second step. We'll stamp that off. And then put that right on top there. And then we'll put in these pretty leaves. You know what? I may stamp that off the edge a little there. And then for that second step, I'm going to see if I can get this to stamp off. Right. Get that lined up. There we go. Oh, again, just so adorable. Let me close this up. I'm going to erase my line. Yeah, you can see these Z folds with using this DSP, they really don't take long. Which is good. We have company coming tomorrow. We didn't see our family members for Thanksgiving. Got a little bit of glue there. We canceled all of that, but I have been missing my grandchildren, so we're going to see them tomorrow. One set of them, and then on Saturday, the other set. And I am so looking forward to that. Okay, so let me get my sentiment. All right, now I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to fold this back on itself, then forward. So I have that reverse Z. And then I'll apply the glue on these two pieces. Close it up and drop that down. And there we go. Such cute cards. I tried, Bill and I this year, we were trying to sit down every week and just pull people's names randomly that are on our mailing list for Christmas, for other things, and send out a card or two every week. And it was such a nice thing to do. So I'm looking forward to adding these to my collection to mail out to somebody in the spring. I think this will be nice. You know what? And then we do have some rhinestones that we can put on here. Let's see. I think I'll just... Is that going to stick? Oh, maybe too much sticky on my picotal. There we go. And then maybe one over here. Make it shine. And we'll do the same thing here. And I received a big box last week. And so I am really looking forward to showing everybody some more things out of that spring catalog. Thanks, Sandy. So here's our cards we made. We've got the blueberries, the blackberries, the raspberries, and the strawberries. Such a cute, simple card. So I hope you enjoyed those. And like I said, even though it's a white winterland out there, and I think we have some snow coming into our area starting tomorrow night. Hopefully this also brightened up your day and makes you look a little forward to spring after the holidays. So, as always, thank you for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful holiday, and I will see everybody next week. Thanks. Bye-bye.